Bazaart is an app used for photo editing and design. In this video, I will show you my design process and essential tools to make your projects stand out. Here are some examples of personal mantra vision boards for you to kind of get an idea of what you can make. This project is all for you to just kind of start out the school year inspired, to start kind of building on your creativity. It could really be anything that you want. If you want to keep it simple and just do little pictures like the one in the middle, that's totally fine. If you want to branch out and really get creative with it, like the ones on the right, that's totally fine too. This is your project. This should inspire you, okay? So I want you to create something that you are proud of, that's going to be motivating to you for this school year, and it's a way for me to kind of see your personal artistic voice. In this tutorial, I'm going to be going over a lot of the tools that are available to you in Bazaart, but again, like I said before, this is your project. You can make it as creative as you want or need right now, so you can discover all the tools that are available, or you could just stick to the square grid layout like the ones on the left. Again, it's up to you on how you want to create your vision board. As long as it inspires you, that is the correct answer. So this is my final collage, and I just wanted to point out this fact before you guys start making your collage and you have to reconfigure it later. I want to make sure that everyone changes the size of their layout to a square shape instead of a rectangle shape. Changing it at the beginning will just be a lot more helpful so you don't have to rearrange everything later. Once you download the app, you can click the pink plus button and start from scratch. Here you can click the photos icon at the bottom and search your camera roll, or you can click the stock button and search for professional photography. In the stock feature, you can either search through photographs in the categories given, or you can type something in specific to your interests. The reason I like this app so much is because there's no reason to go to Google and search for images. The photos are given to you right in this app, and they're really high quality. Once you find your photo, you can click on it, and then you can resize it using those little tabs, or you can rotate it using the little circle. Notice that there's also some tools on the bottom, so kind of scroll through and see what you want to use for your project. I specifically really like the eraser tool because you can erase the background of your photos. One of the features is the eraser tool. You can erase like a paintbrush, or you can use the auto tool, which automatically deletes the background, but you have to have a very specific photo. It'll take a little while for it to process the eraser, but once you do, you'll notice your background is deleted. You might need to go in with the eraser tool and clean it up. So now that my photo is cropped and the background is deleted, I'm resizing it, and then I'm just going to look through my tools, and I think I want to add some text. So I'm going to type in a quote that really resonates with me. So you can click it. You'll notice that there's tons of free fonts, but note that there are some premium fonts that you would have to pay for. So just make sure you're clicking through the free ones. Once you find a font that you like, you can either change the color of the text, or you can click the outline button and add a background to your text as well. I like to add a different word in every text box instead of just typing the entire quote onto one line. So I just typed in grow, and then I'm going to copy and paste it by holding my finger down on that object. And then I'm just going to paste it and then change the word. So it formats it exactly the same, so you don't have to constantly change the font and the color and everything like that. But I think just adding the multiple text boxes instead of the entire line in one text box just adds a little bit more dimension and creativity to your design. Here you can see my process on how I added my quote to my page. Notice that I played around with the direction of the words and the colors of the outline behind the text. So now that I have that completely finished, I'm going to add another photo into my collage. So I'm going to type in flowers because I really like exploring and I really like nature. So I'm going to scroll through, find a picture, insert it in. And I really like the idea of incorporating the different cutout images along with some square images. At the top, you'll notice that there's a little icon that looks like a stack of papers. That is your layers options. So here you can send photos behind the text or in front of the text and really get some different layers in your artwork. So here I'm clicking and holding on to my flower image, and I'm just going to drag it to the bottom of my layers, and notice that the picture is now behind everything else I've created. So here you can see I added a little bit more to my collage. I added some scribbles, I added some more text, and I added stickers that are available to you in the Bazaart app. The thing that I'm going to be working on next is the cups, and I'm going to be scrolling towards the scissors icon, and I cut it out by drawing an outline around the image, and it'll cut out the background that way too. So just as a review, you have your scissors tool to get rid of the background, but you also have the eraser tool that we used before to get rid of the background as well. So here I'm going to start adding more text, and I just want to show you that the eyedropper, you can use that and then click a specific color that you've used in your collage so far. Here you can see I'm clicked on Keep Creating, and if I click off, I now have different tools in my toolbar. And this is where the stickers are that I was talking about before. So there's a lot of cool stickers you can add and kind of layer into your design as well. There's also a draw feature which I use to create the scribbles that are behind. I think sometimes just scribbling on the page kind of adds some sort of fun and unexpected texture that you wouldn't get just from a photo or from text. So if you don't want it so harsh, you can click on the opacity tool and you can change the visibility of it. So here I'm going to duplicate my hand cutout, and then I'm going to click the fill tool to fill it in with a specific color. Here I'm going to change the filter of it. It's kind of like an Instagram filter, a Snapchat filter. You can change that. I'm just going to fill it in with a normal color, and then I'm going to click and drag it behind the actual hand photograph to use it as like a background. It kind of acts as like an outline to my photo to make it pop off the screen a little bit more. But you can also click on the outline tool and change the outline size and the outline color, which kind of works in the same way, but it is a little bit easier for you to do as well. So now you can see this is my final collage. I've added some pictures that I flipped upside down. I've added some shapes to my photos as well, some more text and more scribbles and things like that. And I think the layout of this really makes sense. There's some geometric shapes like the rectangles, and then there's some organic shapes like the hands and the scribbles as well.